Hi everyone, we are back with another video today, and we're going to be going up against the Alliance SSX. I'm going to be bringing in Omega Sentinel, Doom, and Titania. This first fight, we're going to be using Omega Sentinel versus Zemo. Going to try and get a little revenge for our death last war. And as you're going to see, this fight does not go according to plan at all. I practiced this quite a bit dueling. So the plan was to try and heavy counter his heavy to get knockdowns, but the spacing didn't seem to line up as well as it did during duels. But we're also going to try and bait out his special ones. While dueling, I did have the spacing right to heavy counter that as well, but as you're going to see several times, I'm going to make a mistake. So right here, we're trying to get a knockdown from a heavy. We're going to be short from distance, so not according to plan. We're going to try and heavy counter here again, and we didn't back up one more spot. So our invul boost is now gone. And then I'm late with the heavy there and get lucky. So yeah, this fight is a complete mess, obviously. And his hits into my block are starting to hit pretty badly. We finally get the spacing right, and we're going to throw this special after we knock him down. Because he's debuff immune, we don't have to worry about this triggering his cleanse charges, so we can throw this without too much worry. But obviously we're not going to get the incinerate damage, so it still took off a decent chunk, and we're looking in a much better spot. We had the spacing correct that time to get our knockdown. And then we're going to go in, try and do some more combos. And yeah, that damage in the block is really starting to hurt. So if you could throw a special one here, we're going to try and heavy counter and make another mistake. Then our armor ups trigger, which removes one of his cleanses and removes some of our durability. I decided to throw the special one to knock him down, which I probably could have done from the beginning, and if I have to take this fight again, I might do, since he goes debuff immune, we don't really have to worry about it. So we're in a very dangerous spot, but we're able to get out of there. But obviously that was awful. Instead of taking a break and setting my phone down, I decided, okay, well, that fight's out of the way. Titania versus Ma should be really easy and straightforward, so we'll just start the next fight. I am taking these fights kind of outside a bar. I hadn't had anything to drink yet, but I'm out with family. So I was trying to get these fights in a not ideal place so I could go back in and spend time with my family and friends. So I don't want to say that's a good excuse for why I'm playing badly, but that's part of the reason I think I might have not been in the right headspace. But against this Ma, I could have used Doom or Titania for this, but we're going to use Titania. I think she's just a little bit easier. And we're going to do our best to knock him down when we get a parry to stick, and then we're also going to do our best to obviously heavy counter his special ones, which is pretty easy to do if he decides he wants to throw them. So far we're doing well. We're going to try and build to our... I originally was going to build to my special 3, but I decided to just throw special 2s, thinking they would do enough damage, but in hindsight I probably should just went to a special 3 like I originally planned. Probably would have made the fight much quicker. So right here, he's kind of... I don't know why I did that light attack. I think that might have been an accidental hit, and then the falter comes in. And we trigger our degen there. I then see I'm short on the heavy, so I throw the special one so I knock him down. I see the falters coming here, so I don't hit into him, thankfully. But now we're trying to get backed up quite a bit, and he is still faltering us. So here I'm hoping he'll throw a special. Instead, he throws it right when the falter comes, so we're stuck waiting again. Thankfully, we finally get a parry off, and we knock him down. So now we're back into a good position. We're using our haymaker to get some distance here. He throws a special one again, heavy counter. And then we're going to try and close this out, but he decides to keep throwing heavies. We get a parry to stick. And he's at a special one. We're going to bait one more out, heavy counter. And then we're going to dex into the special 2 to get out of this fight. So, another sloppy fight. So at this point, I do set my phone down for a minute just to recollect myself. I did have to throw on suicides again for my next fight, so yeah. Set the phone down, take a minute to reset, and we're going to try and clean up for these last 4 fights I can take. We do have suicides on, like I said. We're just going to throw combat regens on. This fight should be pretty quick. It's a rank 4 Domino, and we're using our rank 5 Omega Sentinel. This node basically doesn't have any threat to Omega Sentinel. The power sting damage will hurt a little bit if we throw our special with it, but nothing substantial that I'm concerned about. We're going to heavy here to switch to our heal block just so we can get another debuff off on him. This we're just going to take in the block, or we're going to dex, I guess. So here we go. We're going to end with the light to pause our debuffs. We're going to throw our special too, and this will take a huge chunk of damage off. She is lucky, so I'm just going to wait it out. And that ends the fight. So much cleaner than the first 2. Nice and quick fight for Omega Sentinel. Our next fight, we are going to be using Doom here against Nova. I've taken this fight plenty of times before, so I wasn't too worried about this. Doom's also very tanky, so we know even if we take a special to the face, a special 1 or something would be completely fine. We're going to try and get our intercept in. Obviously, the first time we get an intercept, it's just going to be auto-blocked, like you see there, but we remove his Fury, so we're going to make sure we get our stagger up. Here I was a little late with the special 1 dex, but like I said, it did almost no damage. We really don't want that Fury to come back, so you'll see I'm going to do heavies quite a bit. Here we get a big lag spike, so that was far from ideal. We're going to bait up these specials, and I want to get an intercept in, but I'm also trying to keep the stagger up at the same time, so it's kind of going back and forth. Here, he's getting close to a special 3, so I decide we're just going to throw the Doom, the special 3 and do a Doom cycle, even with the protection up. Mainly just to reset. We're going to try and still obviously get an intercept in to get this fight over quicker. But as you can see, even if we did fight with the protection up the whole time, we could probably get this fight down. We get a power steal here, get to 2 bars of power. We're going to bait out a special 2 here, and we're in a good spot to finally try and get an intercept, which we do. Knock him down and throw the special 3. And with this, the Fury, and throwing the special 3, we should be able to combo and finish out the fight. So, a little on the slow side, but Doom vs. Nova, super safe. And as you can see, even eating a special, we're going to end with almost 100% health. So, Nova goes down, and we can move on to our next fight. We are going to be using Omega Sentinel for this kitty. I did decide not to put suicides back on for this fight. It just seemed a little bit unnecessary. Kitty has a small health pool. This is only a rank 4 kitty. So, worst case scenario, we have to throw extra special to end the fight. But I was feeling pretty confident that this would not be an issue. Now, there is an interaction that kind of surprised me here. We do want to stay in our first phase or whatever that has the cowardice, just to kind of remove the prowess, although our armor should be doing the same thing. We're going to try and bait out this special here. But she does start to build prowess, and when she throws her special, they don't get removed actually, which kind of threw me off, but I was paying attention, so you can see I waited for her to throw the heavy so I could get the cowardice back up to remove it. This is with the protection up the whole time, so obviously we're not doing a ton of damage yet. We're going to go for a light intercept here, which we hit. And we're going to throw this special too. Does a good decent amount of damage. She also plays a little passive, so we're actually going to be able to get this plasma debuff to tick quite a bit. There I saw the protection was about to come up, so I knew she was going to shrug off that parry, so I just waited it out. We hit another intercept there, and this special 2 is going to end the fight. So, really clean fight, really happy with how that went. But yeah, Omega Sentinel did great there against Kitty. This next fight, I wasn't worried about it, but I did think it was going to be quite a slog. This is a rank 5 Rintrah. I think he has almost 300k health. and we're going to be using our rank for Titania. And my Titania does not have a very high SIG. I thought about dumping SIGs into her, but since there is a 7-star now, ideally I would like to pull the 7-star and awaken her, and she'd probably be one of the 7-stars I'd very much consider taking to rank 2. So it didn't really make sense to dump SIGs into her. So plan here is to use our Haymaker for easy intercepts, which you'll see me do here. And then we just want to do that and then kind of make sure we're managing his mystical charges, making sure we're knocking him down either by reparry or knocking him down from the special one like we do here. But as you can see, we're doing not a lot of damage very fast. So plan is, again, use the Haymakers for easy intercepts. We want to throw our special 3 and then heavy counter him, attack him while he's in the corner. Before we throw our special 3, we do need to kind of clear his mystical charges. There, I was going to try and light and then heavy into it, but I saw it was going to be late, so I decided to just wait it out. Here, same thing, we're going to heavy counter. Our spacing was off again. I'm not sure what I was having issues with there. Knock him down to reset the mystical charges. Now we want to get an intercept in before we throw our special 3. We're going to bait out this special 1. Throw our heavy, and then we are going to throw this special 3. This is going to do a good chunk of damage, as you'll see, and we're going to go straight in and start doing our heavy attacks as well. And we only do 2, just to be safe. We're going to bait out this special 2. And I do decide to dex it, and then I get punished right away. I probably should have just took the special 2 in a block just to be safe. But as you can see, we took a little bit of a combo. We still have 75% health. We're still in a great spot. Same thing, we hit a nice intercept there. We're going to bait. There, I tried to throw heavy and it didn't register for some reason. We're going to knock him down from there, though. Bait out this special 1 if we can. Here he goes. Heavy counter here. Here we're going to try and fish for a light intercept, but that one does work. So we're going to throw special 3 right away. Again, try and get it 2 heavies off in his corner. So he's now really close. I might have just been able to throw another heavy and got it done, but I wanted to be safe. We're now trying to bait out this special 2. As you can see, we're already at 2.5 minutes gone. We're going to take this in the block. No reason to try and dex it and accidentally take a death. We're going to throw a heavy counter here. So now we're just trying to get an intercept. We try and get a light one there. Rintrah doesn't want to play. Here we're getting close to our Haymaker, so we know we're going to have an easy intercept coming up. Here we go. Hidden door block, and we finish the fight. So super long fight, but pretty safe and no issues. So those are our 6 fights we cleared without issue. And we do end up winning this war against SSX. So 7 deaths for us, not great, but not awful. So 2-0 to start the season, which is really good for us. Good luck to SSX the rest of the season. They have a couple players who a lot of people in our alliance are close with. So shout out to Vega, though, who was in my battle group for a couple seasons. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.